Oh, I need to go get water. I'll be right back.
Has it not started yet?
No, it's starting.
Oh, so I'm on?
Yeah. Just say, you're Heather.
Hi, I'm Heather, vlogger, creator, entrepreneur, documenting my journey as I create Sharespark Media to empower people to use digital media to achieve meaningful goals. This is my boyfriend, Tom. He's the love of my life. Look at him.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom.
And I'm Heather. Wait.
Okay, did you test sound?
Oh, it didn't.
Are we just like muted?
Let's see. Couples react. I'm going to react
Checking.
with it on sound.
Did you test sound? Oh, it sounds good. Are we just like muted?
And I'm Ben. I get in the way. Okay.
All right, cool. Hi, everybody.
You know.
Happy Friday evening. We're doing an impromptu late stream because, why are we doing an impromptu late stream?
Well, because, oh my gosh. About 1 month ago, it's 11:04 p.m. West Coast time. About exactly 1 month ago right now, we were walking towards the Omnia Club in Las Vegas.
No, that was last night.
No, that was the 17th.
Into
Into the 18th.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Oh, you're right. I thought today was the 18th. You're right.
Into the 17th.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay. Let's do it. Go.
yeah, and so we went to this club because you wanted to show me that, which is one of the coolest light things. The whole ceiling undulates and falls and stuff. I'm very, I don't handle flashing lights well, I guess is the best way to describe it. And so I didn't handle it very well. We were not dating at the time.
No.
No, we were very much not dating at the time.
No.
Even though you were in your sexy blue dress.
Yeah, which you only said you look nice.
Yeah, you look good. Sorry, it was just so much to handle. And that was, and then we ended up that night. Part of the recovery was you trying to calm me down and bring me back to sanity by talking to me and just sort of reminiscing, and that led to conversation. And over the course of about an hour into the early morning of the 18th, then that turned into me asking the fated question of why.
It was like, if you feel, because I was saying like the bond that we have is so.
It's so great that you don't need a romantic relationship anymore.
That's what I was saying,
and I just said, it's great that you feel that. Well, actually, I did this whole thing where I was like, I prefaced it a lot by saying I need to ask you this question. I don't want to change anything, but I just want to know, if you feel that way, that's great. But why not with me? Why aren't you attracted to me? Yeah.
To which I replied, what makes you so sure that I'm not?
And then immediately had a panic attack.
Yeah.
You had a full-on panic attack, though.
I had a full-on panic attack. But that's when the world changed, because we realized, hey, we like each other. And then we realized we love each other. And it's been an incredible month. Yay!
And like, it feels like a month is not a long time, but the amount of time we've spent together is pretty intense.
Yeah,
and
it's been pretty much every day.
Well, for months.
Yeah.
Not just the one. And what we've been doing, because you brought up the point too, where you were like, okay, if we had dated for a month or two, just sort of casually, you go out to dinner, once a week, something like that?
Yeah. And
that's just, you go out to dinner, you have your superficial, oh, how was work? What's your favorite movie conversation?
Yep.
And you never, we just dove straight into, we're going to work on this project. The day we met, we had a 10-hour conversation about digital media and digital literacy. Yeah. And that sort of set the tone for everything that came afterwards, where it just became.
Yeah, which is great because we connected over what we're both truly passionate about. So that is one of the things that I'm most thankful for our relationship, is that the way that we connected is so genuine you know, whereas like when you think of dating, it's like you're practically not even you when you first meet with this new person, because you're putting on your best and like 10,000 layers of makeup in my case, and you know and like that the perfect outfit and whatever. But like when I met Tom, there was no expectation. It was just like connecting on this thing that we were like, I just was genuinely curious and intrigued and really excited to learn more about what you do. And I like that's how that set the tone.
Yeah, and I was so excited to meet somebody who was doing what I teach out in the real world, because I, for so many years, have been stuck in the educational world where it's great, but it's a lot of theory. And we're trying to put it into practice, but it's still kind of in the safe bubble of education. And kind of you get some leeway, because if you can get kids to just create something and it's sort of decent, you'll get all these accolades and stuff. But that's not how the real world works. And it was so interesting, like the day you showed up and you got out of the car with your camera, and I was just like, we're in it, like right now.
And also, fun fact, 3 months ago tomorrow is when we met.
So just by coincidence.
Yeah, it was like literally the same day. Just so crazy.
And that's that kind of stuff just happens all the time.
Yeah, it's so weird with us.
It's great, these weird little coincidences.
Yeah. And Izaro says, doggo is like mommy daddy time.
Ben is very much a cuddly dog. And I've always wanted a dog that cuddles. And he's a total pain in the butt, but when he's tired, all he wants to do is just cuddle up with you and like just relax.
And just be.
He's so tired.
Doggo. All right, so
So that was sort of that there.
That was sort of that there.
And
oh, so before because what I wanted to do in this vlog was watch the vlog that I made where we first met. Before we get into that though, obviously because this is my channel, one of the things that I'm kind of sad that I haven't been doing is like documenting the journey that is me and Tom. Just because it is such an important thing that's happening in my life, and it just all happened so fast that like there just was no way for me to be like, oh, this is how I feel and this is what we're doing, now let me go edit and upload, because it was just like I was, I moved in.
Yeah, you have different locations now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know. I love having you in my life so much, and sharing things with you. It's just so great.
You're so great. I love you. You're gonna cry.
I am. I'm sorry.
Oh,
how many minutes are we in? 8.
You're so cute. I love you. I love you.
It's just crazy. Anyway.
So I moved in.
Yeah.
He gave me the key.
To my heart.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so one of the things I want to talk about is how has it been as a girlfriend? Because it's been 4 years, and it's very different going from being so kind of like isolated and alone for such a long time to like now living with someone who I love and loves me, and it's just a complete opposite. How do you feel about it?
Here's exactly how I feel about it. 1, great. 2, the thing with you, which has...
We're getting a request.
Sorry, we are getting a request, and I was distracted because that's a They Might Be Giant song, which is a fantastic song.
We should react to it then.
I'll react to it.
We should just react to a bunch of videos.
Yeah, I'll react to whatever. No, so...
How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel great, but let me explain. So, you showed up, and I mean, from the day... Like, there's no exaggeration. The day you met. You got out of your car. We're gonna watch it in the vlog where you know, say hi and introduce yourself. And then from that moment, we had a conversation that was like, what, 1 p.m, something like that. The conversation went until midnight or close to it.
Yeah.
Just straight, like everything in that vlog where it's like, then that night we were doing this, like that was still as that conversation was happening.
Yeah.
We went to like multiple locations, and that was not
and literally the only thing that changed, like that kind of interrupted the conversations, was like human needs,
like food and bathroom and stuff,
and sleep.
Yeah. And that's
like from the get-go we connected, so just like,
yeah. And we did a live stream the day we met.
Yeah.
It was wearing this shirt, by the way. So
oh yeah. Oh my god, he's so thoughtful. You're so thoughtful.
Yeah, and so that right there, where it was just this connection that was so different from anything, because you know me pretty well. I'm very like logical and thought out and sort of pragmatic about everything.
I'm not.
I think you are more than you give yourself credit for, or even more than you realize. But point is, you know, I would very much be like, we need to be together for a designated amount of time, and we need to do this before we even think about whatever. But there's certain logistics of our relationship, which is that you were based in Long Beach and I'm based in Indio, and just again pragmatically, like entrepreneur employee. So I have a job that I have to go to at a physical location 5 days a week, often on weekends and nights as well. You're a bit more flexible because there's tons of networking in the LA area that's kind of critical, but a lot of the work can be done from wherever you need to do it, which is how you constructed it in the first place, to have that freedom. And so if we wanted to spend time together, it was like, we're going to be spending a lot of time together, but it made no sense for you to be living out of a duffel bag for so long. And most importantly, because that is not romantic or thoughtful, that's very pragmatic. Most importantly, the thing that you have brought to me and brought into my life is just going with my gut and doing what feels right when it feels right. And that has been my guiding philosophy and everything with you, and it's gone. And I can't really say what you've brought into my life, what you've done for me.
He's
and
so sweet.
I mean, you've helped me grow so much. You've brought so much joy. You've brought so much happiness. You brought so much passion. You brought so much just excitement and life into my life that I
love you. I love you. I'm sorry we're being super cheesy.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
I love you.
So if I get to share my life with you, that's like, I mean, that is the grand prize.
Oh my god. See? We're done. Like, bye guys. That's so nice. I mean,
so that's how I feel about it.
just so you know, I can say the exact same thing.
I know. And it's not a cop-out.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what we always say. We're like, how do you feel when you profess your love to me or something? And I'm like, well, that's exactly. And it's not a cop-out of like, yeah, same. It's like, yeah, word for word.
No, seriously, like in so. I mean, it's the same thing. I think. I mean, I've told you this like 5 million times, but for me, it was critical for me to have come this far, especially in the past year and a half, to do all the way up until this point, like by myself. Like that, I just needed to prove that to myself and develop and grow, you know, this level of trust and belief and confidence in myself. But then it was kind of like, now what? And then on every level, from Sharespark to my vlog to the way I see the world to the way I see myself and, you know, what I'm capable of, like Tom has helped me to discover a completely different thing for all of those things. And like, oh man, I mean, if you've been following my channel since day one, you will realize, like, you'll know how lonely this journey has been. And it's not that I wanted a boyfriend. It's great that I have one.
Well, that's what Optimus Jack was just saying, told me to consider myself lucky because he remembers when you weren't sure you wanted a relationship.
Yeah. Actually, I know. It wasn't even I wasn't sure. I just did not want one.
Oh, I know. I watched those videos.
Sorry, babe. I mean, I didn't realize that you were an option. If I knew you were an option, it would be a different thing, you know? But, like what we have is unlike anything that I've ever personally experienced and seriously, like, have known.
Yeah. Oh, God. I can't even... It's literally the thing where, like, when you're just fantasizing about what you would want.
Not
and you're
even
like,
that. Like, I don't even think I could have fantasized this.
Yeah,
like,
it's beyond.
It's just... It clicks so naturally well, and it is crazy how much we complement each other.
We do always tell each other that we look nice. I'm just kidding. I know. The other compliment. Like,
you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's you can just... It's a weird... You just... It's something that isn't ordinary or common. And so it's really foolish to treat it like something that would be. And both of us, like, this sounds like two high school kids, like, you know, I don't know, when two high school kids, their hormones go nuts. Yeah. But I mean, we've been around the block a few times.
And that's the thing. It's like it's so different. I don't want to say that we're dating because we're like past that, but dating in your 30s, I guess. Like, it's it's so different. It is a totally different thing. I mean, how do you, because, you know, you were, like, you haven't dated for a while. So, like, how is it different, Tom?
The difference is, I mean, you could go through the difference. Where you're at in life is different because you have such a different sense of yourself.
Of yourself. Like, that is key.
Your teens and your 20s are all about figuring out who you are and what are you doing and where are you. And your 30s are you're still the what are you doing part, but it's a lot more of the why are you doing.
Yes.
Like, okay, the meaning behind what you're doing. And
that's with that's like with everything in your life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
you just
talk about
reevaluate.
People talk about the quarter life crisis. I don't think it happens at 25 because how many people live to 100? I honestly feel like it's like there's something about 30 where...
Because you're not a kid anymore.
Yeah, everyone that I have known that's like hit 30, it's around that time where stuff changes. Like, you get a new job, maybe you get married, maybe you go through like a big life change, but I like most of my friends have gone through like significant events around this time.
Yeah. And there's you have history and you have life experience that wasn't there. Like, I remember being in high school and like my very first girlfriend, oh my God, the idea that like if she saw someone on TV that she thought was cute, I would get super jealous. The idea that like I don't even remember, but I think she had dated someone before me or something.
Oh my God.
That idea just like crushed me. Like, oh, like what? Like they ever had feelings for someone else? And when you're in it, you're like,
yeah, I had that.
Yeah, but because you
Straight
don't,
up,
you don't know any better. And then by the time you get older, you understand that the other person has lived
a life, yeah.
And rather than be, jealous or intimidated or insecure by it, you understand that it's from that and it's through those experiences that they became the person that you now.
Yeah, and it's like it's so nice because I completely accept it all. Like I don't know. Like, I like hearing about Tom's past because he wouldn't be who he is if not for all of that.
There's a lot of comments.
Yeah, so we're going to catch up here.
We have to get all close because it's late.
Wait, first of all, someone wanted us to react to something.
That was the They Might Be Giants.
Ravi Found.
Wait, how do you know that They Might Be Giants? So that means no apartment 4 and blown. Yes, I know Ravi Found was talking about They Might Be Giants, which is one of... The Aquabats are my favorite band. They Might Be Giants are probably number 2. I absolutely love They Might Be Giants.
There you go. Well, we're supposed to react to that. We'll see if we do it. It's getting late. Isaro Banuelos. I'm doing Caviar right now, and I know you had Postmates hustle videos where you vlogged your delivering experience. Do you still like Postmates even after the pay cuts? That is a very good question, Isaro. I haven't done Postmates since February of this year, so it's been pretty much like a year So I stopped doing Postmates because I made more money. I started generating more income, like doing client work. So I didn't need to do Postmates anymore. There was basically like 2 months of time where I hit it really hard with Postmates. But honestly, I would even say it was like a month and a half where I did Postmates like at least a couple times a week, if not. There was definitely like 10 days in there where I did it every day. But I put a lot of hours into it because at the time I didn't have any other job. But I stopped doing it because people don't, I don't know. I would never aspire to be a Postmate. Like, that is not an end goal. That is not.
It's a means to an end.
It's a means to an end completely. My brain and like my talent and what I'm capable of is not meant to go into a car and like pick up food and take it to another place. Like I can do so much more, and so, you know, I was not sad to stop. It was fun though. I turned the whole thing into a video game. I loved doing it. Like, but that's how I am with so many things, is I just go full out. Like, you know, I tried to be the best Postmate in Long Beach, so I would go visit the rep. I would ask him what my rating was, and I wanted to have the highest rating in Long Beach. That was my goal. Like, I wanted to be the star Postmate. So if you ever want to like be a really good Postmate, or just like anything in life, that's how I am. I just want to be the best and just try to get better and better. I don't know if that was the original question, but here we go.
You were wearing a Postmate shirt earlier tonight on my live stream.
I was.
Like an hour ago.
Ian, who loves the other more though?
It's very mutual. We don't have that issue.
That's the thing. Yeah, like that's what's so great, is that everything is so mutual. Like I just,
there's not that anxiety of like,
oh yeah,
am I leading this person on? Do they do this? Like, it's just, there's like a confidence.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call it. A security. I can't think of the word. There's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna yawn.
We get it. Mr. Buck's getting tired. I know. Isaro, I think Doggo likes them both more. Are you both really dating, Katie Mason? I thought he was just helping with your Sharespark Media thing. Ian, they sleep in the same bed, so I think they are really dating. Katie Mason, she met him online though. You can sleep with someone you meet online in the USA, the same Saudi Arabia. Optimus Jack, not really.
I like reacting to these comments.
She went to see that class he teaches. Katie, she met him online by accident though. Accidents happen. Katie, how is Sharespark Media going? Well, it's SharpShare, not ShareSharp. Optimus Jack, Sharespark.
This is amazing.
Katie. Wow. Okay, first of all, you guys, it's Sharespark. Optimus Jack, you got it, but the second S is not capital. It's just capital like it's just one word. You just take share and spark, combine it, and make it one word. So you don't have to capitalize the second word. Sharespark, okay? Secondly, let's address okay, first of all, we're not dating. Like, it is official, we're a thing. I moved in. We are a thing. Okay. Today's our 1 month anniversary, so I realize it's a little fast, but what Tom was saying,
you just talked about diving in and going 100%.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. There's so many things. Like, if you tune into the beginning of the stream, Tom was saying how, like, the way that we met and how much time we were spending and getting to know each other was just so unique, and it just was a very different way for two people to get to know each other, where there was no expectation of like, is this going to be more than whatever, because we just were so passionate about digital literacy and what we were doing.
As dorky as that sounds, yes, that is exactly it.
Yeah, and then it was great because we got to hang out, like help each other with personal problems and give advice. We got to work on projects together and create things together, all without that expectation. Like, that was our dating. That was our dating phase, rather than like, hey girlfriends, I'm going out with this guy that I met on Bumble, you know, help me. Like,
no, we met on YouTube.
We met on YouTube. How cute is that? Like, and it wasn't even like, you know, like Tom watched one of my. How do you do?
I wanted to buy a boosted board. I looked up boosted board reviews and I found Heather's boosted board video. And then through that, which I really liked, and she's absolutely adorable in it. And I bought the board, obviously. But then from that, YouTube just recommended other videos. And one of them was where she was talking about digital media literacy. And
which is what he teaches.
Which is what I teach. And I don't hear those words. That's literally like, it's like hearing a secret password being said outside. I've not heard that somewhere else. So it immediately piqued my interest. And then I never ever used to comment on anything ever, and I left a comment for you that was just like, it's so great what you're doing, I teach this, yada yada yada, and you said we need to connect. And
Katie is getting super aggressive, throwing shade to Al right now. And Al's very amused by it.
Al can handle it.
Al can definitely handle it for sure. Yeah, Katie's very much into the drama though. I remember Katie was very, I forgot what you were, you had this whole thing with Jermaine about how he wasn't texting you or whatever. I don't know, it was very strange. But anyway, so he left a comment, we connected, I came to visit Indio, here we are 3 months later.
Basically, yeah. We did not connect with any intention of anything. We didn't know, I mean, we didn't know. There was no
intent of like dating or attraction or any of
that. No, we didn't know anything. We didn't ask, like, we didn't know what each other's personal situations were.
Yeah, like I didn't know if he was single or not, and vice versa.
Yeah.
It was purely to just like literally it was seriously a Sharespark thing. Like with any other person, it was the same thing. It's like, oh, you have this really cool program that I would love to check out. Can I go check it out? Cool. Like I'm gonna.
And just by coincidence, we happen to live in driving distance.
Yeah.
That was just random.
Yeah, but from the moment we met, it just was like, there was a lot of this, like, where it was just overwhelmed with thoughts because we just were like word barfing to each other.
Yeah, because it's hard to talk about this stuff in depth because
you have to get there.
You have to live
it.
It's
a journey.
Like, you really do.
Yeah.
And so it was just so like, cathartic.
Yeah. Optimus, Jack, what about your roommate Heather? She's going to be lonely now. Optimus, Jack, so I still have my place in Long Beach with my roommate. The thing is, I don't know if you know this about my roommate, but she is in a relationship and it's been like a year and a half. And her boyfriend used to live in San Diego, but now, as of this month, he lives in LA. So, she's not lonely at all. Let's put it that way. So yeah, Isaro, I'm so jealous. I'm 20. I want a relationship like this. Okay. Here we go. Isaro, you're 20 years old. Let me break this down for you because people will tell you like, oh, stop looking for love and then like you'll find it or whatever. You'll find it where you least expect it. Like
100%.
I would not have been able to appreciate or even have created what Tom and I have if not for all the shit that I had to go through to get here. Like, I needed to have this confidence in myself. I needed to do things for myself. I needed to like, because before I called myself a professional girlfriend because I had been a girlfriend in long-term relationships, like pretty much back to back. And so I was always like, I don't know, I always kind of felt like I was so-and-so's girlfriend. And I don't know, I never really felt like I had my own thing that I created, that I was proud of, and that I was passionate about. And it was always just like supporting the other person. So that's why like, I'm so proud that I have something to call my own, because then like Tom and I bring something to the table rather than, does that make sense?
Well, it's very much a partnership.
Yes.
I mean, you're my girlfriend, but I don't feel like you're Tom's girlfriend. I don't feel like Heather's boyfriend.
Right.
I feel like
we're a
Heather
unit.
and Tom.
He called us a unit on his live stream. Oh yeah, go check out Tom's channel. He's also a vlogger. We just live streamed before this on his channel, so if you want to go watch that too.
That was a totally different thing. We were trying to make an intro song for Sharespark.
We were jamming. It was like a cool music session. But the link to his channel is in the description below, or you could just search The Enthusiasm Project on YouTube. So yeah.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Let's see. So yeah, what was my point? You're 20.
It sucks because here's what I'll say.
Wait, sorry. Can I finish?
Yes, you can finish.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. I could not have wished for this because I didn't know what this was.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Because every relationship I had known, every relationship that I'd seen, witnessed, been a part of, whatever, is just nothing compared to this. And like I was at the point, you could watch vlogs. Often Jack just said it earlier. Like I was very happy being single for the rest of my life. I was good with that. So don't wish for this. Like just live your life.
I just want to point out that it is tough because
we're here. We're in it.
Well, yeah, because when you're 20 and you're like, okay, so what? It's going to be years of being alone? Like, that is a scary road to look down, but you have to kind of, I mean, you have to embrace the freedom that you have to learn to be yourself and to learn about yourself. And it sucks. And it is lonely, and there are, because I remember I was the same as you, where it was like, I was more than happy to just be me forever, and have just do my own thing and answer to nobody. That was the life I wanted to construct. Was just I answered to 2 dogs and nobody else, and for the most part, like my days were very, there's not enough hours in the day to do all the stuff and to explore all the things, but there's still those times, we're going to bed at night where you're just like lonely.
Oh yeah.
And those times where you're just like,
yep.
I don't know, like, like the saddest one was I was at Supercuts getting a haircut, and at the end they do the thing where they put the hot towel, and literally, like, I think I got goosebumps when they did the hot towel, because that was like the most human interaction I'd had in, like, I don't know.
Like,
ages.
it had been so long since I had held someone's hand.
Yeah.
Before Tom.
Yeah. Like, that whole thing where you're like.
And even when we held hands, it was such a thing. We were like, "Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready?"
Yeah. But it's like there's a weird, like, it gets in your brain where it's like a weird. It's hard. So basically, my point was, yes, that advice is true. The advice of embrace it and be yourself is true, but like that doesn't mean that it's easy, and that doesn't mean that it's not gonna suck.
It's not gonna suck.
Parts of it will.
And just, we're 32. Well, he's 31, turning 32 very soon.
I'm
December
younger.
4th. But so like, it's a while. But I don't know. I would not have changed anything for a second. Like, it's just perfect, I would have loved to meet Tom as a kid, just because I think we would have been such great adventure buddies. But it's all good. Like, we're still kids, like, tinkering with, like, toys and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Al, let me get back in my chair. Katie, Jermaine is about that boost of light. What is Sharespark okay, so Sharespark
is a movement. Sharespark
is a movement to educate and empower people to utilize digital media to achieve meaningful goals. Basically, it's a movement to promote digital literacy.
And Sharespark TV is a show that breaks down the impact of digital media on news, pop culture, and the world around you.
Check us out on Facebook and YouTube at Sharespark Media. Also on Instagram. Or SharesparkMedia.com, our fancy cool website.
SharesparkTV.com.
Boom. All right. Let's see. Seashells by the seashore. It's shining. You forgot the word shining. She sells seashells by the shining seashore.
Sally.
Hawaiian Pro, Aaron's back. Hi.
Oh, no.
Al, how many sparks have you two shared?
Literally, there was that one day where you were you were electric, and I couldn't touch you because you were sparking everything.
Well, that and like the flash paper.
Oh, and the flash paper live
And
stream.
Tomorrow.
Oh.
Hello. Talk about it.
didn't. We haven't even watched the video
I know. Okay,
yet.
so really quick, we have to tell you what we're doing tomorrow because it's super cool.
Yes. We're going to the Southern California
Lights Festival. So if you've seen Tangled,
basically it's going to be like that.
It's gonna be
Except
Tangled.
I hope I don't get kidnapped and sent away on a ship unconsciously.
there's not gonna be any water there.
So that won't happen.
Yeah, but basically we're gonna get these like paper lanterns and write super cool stuff on them or whatever, and light them and set them into the sky.
Because at last the fog is lifted. Isn't that the song from Tangled? Or is that
Yeah.
Frozen?
No.
That's Tangled. Okay. Yeah, okay.
All those days. Okay.
So that'll be...
That's what we're doing tomorrow, and
I'm going to cry for sure.
you?
Yeah. Once I see something beautiful and then you're there, I'm going to lose it. I can't.
Oh.
I can't handle it.
I love you. I'm glad we're going.
Yes.
We were supposed to go camping today to celebrate our 1 month anniversary.
But then they released more tickets for that lights.
Yeah,
festival.
and then so we're going. So if you're gonna go, say hi. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're both gonna vlog it, so check out Tom's channel. I'm really excited for us to vlog the same thing and see what both of us create.
Yeah, me too.
You gotta tell us whose is better.
No.
Yes.
They can be different.
No, straight up, tell us who's better. Because you know that's what they want.
Fine.
I mean, come on. I know. I would never think one of us is better. And you know that. I would never think that. And you know that. Okay. Katie, you're also a very emotional person though, Heather. It's a good thing. We also get to see the real you with your real life struggles. Very true. I am very emotional. Optimus Jack, I have a question. So what is it that you guys love about each other? What would keep you guys together if all the digital media and YouTube and Sharespark fails? God, that's so good.
It is. That's what my.
You know, did I tell you about Optimus Jack? That we've met in person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't.
So Jermaine and I were doing a live stream, and we were like, "Yo, we're going to Shannon's in Long Beach right now." And if you are there, like if you're in Long Beach, come. And Optimus Jack comes, and literally, it was right after the final day of VidCon. I was done. I was so tired. We get to Shannon's, and I'm like, Jermaine, we're pounding shots, and I am so drunk. It's so bad. Sorry. But, okay, so what do we love about each other?
Aside from the digital media stuff.
Yeah, so I like that. I like how you put it as, like, if the digital media failed, Sharespark failed, none of that was, like, a thing.
Yeah. Do you want to go first or me to go first?
I think you should go first.
Okay. I mean, first, just on, like, a practical level, we have a lot in common, just not only in interests and likes and things like that, but also just personal philosophies and experiences. And there's like freaky things that we have in common that I've never ever had in common with another person before. But one of the things, most importantly, that I absolutely adore about you is, and I've told you this before, but it's you wake up in the morning ready for the world to be fantastic and ready. You wake up, you're predisposed to happiness and positivity. It doesn't mean you're never not, because you're human and you feel like a human, but you're predisposed to this is going to be great, this person's going to be cool, this experience is going to be good, like, and that can't be bought or taught or anything. That's something that's like really deep.
That's so crazy, because then I exactly to the point where I don't even notice it.
No, because
but you've helped me notice that about myself.
Yeah, well, because it's not common. A lot of people need something to make them feel positive or happy, or they feel that or they go into life. This thing's gonna suck. This person's gonna screw me over. I'll let them prove otherwise.
Yeah, you start.
And I get that. That's a defense mechanism,
yeah.
But you don't do that.
No.
Despite you could look at your history and your life and find lots of reasons to do that, but you don't. And I love that because that changes everything. And you can still tell, like, I'm still getting used to that, where we'll watch an example of it in the vlog if we ever get to it. I'll point it out.
Okay.
It's right at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so what do I love about Tom? Okay. There's so many things. I'm trying to think of what to start with.
I just picked like a single thing.
Well, this isn't something that I necessarily love, but it's something that, like, I love how I can be this for you, because Tom is literally the most underrated person I have ever met in my entire life. Like, he is just so cool. He is fascinating. I like every story you've ever told of an experience, and everything that you like or what you don't like, and your personality, your mannerisms, what you believe, what you stand for. All of that is just so fascinating. Like, even your house and like all of your hobbies, and how you don't, especially your curiosity and how you don't understand what boredom is.
Oh.
Like, how people just get bored. You don't have that, because you know that you have so many things that you want to explore. And even if you know that you're not going to be, a world-class drummer or anything, that's not going to stop you from buying a drum set when you're 30, And like, I love that, but also, like, when I say you're underrated, it's like, I think 100% that you are one of the best vloggers I have ever seen on YouTube. And you don't think that about yourself. I hope that's changing.
I love it. I love doing it.
People have not had the chance to discover you because you haven't been creating content. And like, that's what I mean in terms of, like, it's not necessarily what I love about you, but what I feel like I've been able to do is, like, you're so good. Like, this is a big deal, dude. Like, I've met a lot of people and not everyone does this. And I don't feel like you realize that.
Well, I don't realize.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's why I'm like, dude, share. Like, share.
I am sharing. I have 50 videos on my channel now. I uploaded 2 things today, 4 things this week. More, like, I am sharing.
I know you are.
Yeah.
But
It's
like
great,
that.
but I wouldn't without you.
See? That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay, now you go. Well, let's catch up with comments. Love will keep them together. Duh. Optimist, but it takes more than love.
Yeah.
It does. Okay, so let's talk about, like, more than love. What's, like, a more practical thing, I guess, or a more concrete?
Well, respect and communication and shared priorities and goals.
Okay, here's one thing that I really like about Tom, because I don't think that this is common with other guys. I can say this for sure, is that, and I think it all comes down to us being on the same page in terms of we're in it to win it forever.
At everything.
Yes. Okay. That is like a common thing already. So whenever one of us feels off, this is what I like about Tom, is that when he feels off, he'll tell me. I'm like, something's wrong, and you're like, I could feel what you're sensing, but I don't know where it's coming from. But he'll tell me, like, I know what you're talking about. And just for a dude to acknowledge that there is something wrong, and it's not just me, or like, it's not like I'm trying to find something that's wrong, but the reason why I'm asking is out of concern to see if I could try to help. And I like that, like, I feel like that would have been a fight in, like, so many other relationships. Like, get off, like, what are you talking about? Get off me, like, ooh, leave me alone, kind of thing, So that's a more, like,
But that's open and honest. That's communication, I guess, which is kind of critical. And that's something that I've been trying really hard, is and we both have, is when we have thoughts, positive, negative, whatever, to express them and not hold them in.
But I don't even think it's, see, like, that is stuff that you can read at a self-help book or like go see a therapist. I think what we do that's different from every relationship I've been in is that it's not about just the thoughts, it's also about the feelings. Because sometimes you have the feelings and then you haven't gotten to the part where the thought develops from like, what is that feeling?
Yeah.
But we
You had that today.
What was it?
You were all like anxious.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
And you didn't know why.
And I have no idea. Yeah.
And so that was like, I knew something was wrong. It was very clear, and I was trying to help, and then it was very clear that you were like, I don't know what it is, and so then it was okay. My job then is to provide understanding and patience, so that you can deal with whatever it is that's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
And just sort of, which I mean, that's just empathy and sympathy and.
I know, but it's not
but I mean,
just that.
Well, not like, just those are big things, but I mean that's
a huge deal, bro. Okay. Let's see. Aaron's asking, what are you guys planning to do during Thanksgiving? I'm meeting the parents.
Just meeting the parents, and then we're gonna eat some food.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go. Well, after Thanksgiving, we're gonna go to the Long Beach area.
Yeah, meet my parents, even though he's met them already.
I met them before, but it was under very different circumstances.
Yeah, we were not dating.
No.
We were not together. Let's see. Tacos would be great right now. Oh. Katie, we never seen Tom cry or any real life struggles. What's one of
yours, Tom?
Yours, Tom. Oh, Tom has cried on my channel. Teared up. He's teared up on my channel twice. He just kind of did right now. Yeah. And that's another thing I love about you. I love how you just feel, and it's fine for like a guy to tear up. I love how in tune you are with your feelings. Like, for me, who's so emotional and I am so about the feels, the fact that you can tell me that you love me, and I know it's not fake, and I know, you know what I mean? I have never felt so loved before.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I haven't either. And I guess to answer Katie's question, I'm not trying to pimp my channel, but if you go to the Enthusiasm Project to my channel, especially in the 30-day, where I did 30 videos in 30 days, a lot of those videos, especially the early ones, kind of they don't go into like crazy detail, but they do explain some of my backstory and issues that I deal with, because it's not all bad, but there's a lot of very tough, not ideal circumstances and situations that help me to have the values that I now have, and why I appreciate what I know in Heather.
Aww.
Because I know the world without them, and it's very bad. Very scary.
Yeah. So go check out his channel. Buck, when you getting the Xbox so you can play with me and Renee?
Yeah, we got the SNES Classic, so
we've been playing that.
A lot of Earthbound and Final Fantasy and Super Mario World.
Yeah, and Super Mario Kart.
Great.
Katie, Tom, have you ever thought you would be like this on YouTube and in life? What was your life goal if you never met Heather or the Sharespark thing?
That is a great question, because my life goal, that's a great question. Not necessarily. This is nothing I could have expected, to be sitting here at 11:52 at night with like the love of my life doing a YouTube live stream. But being someone who actively creates things and shares and participates in the world is something that I had wanted for so long. But I was just scared. And I teach digital media, so I force students for years to do it. And I criticize them on it and go like, this would be better if you did it this way. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to be doing that. But it's, you have the vision of who and what you want to be in your head. And then you have where you're at. And sometimes the two are not connected. And I, especially after the last year, really wanted to work hard to bring those more in line. And I, on my own, before I ever met Heather, was well on my way to doing that. And I say that not because I don't want to give you credit, but because I don't want you to feel responsible. I don't want you to feel the burden of that responsibility. Like, Tom's happiness only depends on me or whatever.
No, it's not even that, because I feel like it's very similar to the journey that I went through, like, in the past year and a half.
You kind of need...
like this new self-discovery of, like...
You need that, and then... you showed up and you were like, you want to do all this, you're starting, literally you do have the little sparks, like, let me kick your butt into like full fire mode. And that's what you did, where it was just like, boom, do it. And the only regret is not doing it much earlier.
Right.
So to answer your question, I thought I would be doing this if I were doing what I actually wanted to do with my time and my life. And I'm very happy that those two are now joined.
Yay! And I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Al, it takes a 3D printer. Oh, Jermaine. Hey, Tom.
Hi, Jermaine.
Jermaine, the cool wheel, both of our cool wheels are just chilling at my place, so let me know when you're coming. Don't shake the table, babe.
Sorry.
Katie, what's up, Jermaine? Did you really get lost on the bus ride? Germ got a full face of boobs last night. Jermaine!
I didn't watch that one.
Great. You should play Immortal Technique Dance with the Devil and react to it. Deep song.
I like these suggestions.
I know. Like, we should react to something before we log. Katie, how'd you get lost in the city you're in?
If it's New York, though...
Jermaine says...
it's a grid system. But...
Or Optimus Jack says, Jermaine, when you come back down here, we should totally go somewhere again with these two. I want to see how good Tom is in Jenga.
Oh, I'm pretty rad at Jenga.
Oh, but have you played Giant Jenga?
I'd probably just be bigger rad. I'm sorry.
English teacher. Let's see.
Night.
Jermaine's coming down for Thanksgiving. We'll be in Long Beach for Black Friday, I think.
Well, and like Black Saturday, I don't know.
It's Small Business Saturday, babe.
Whatever.
Hey.
It's Saturday. We'll be there on Saturday.
Yeah, because then there's...
Every day is a national day. It's
Cyber
National
Monday
friggin...
and then Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
You're talking to a marketer. Okay.
I know, but every day is some national day. I just want turkey.
Okay, what is happening? Okay, Katie says, I got a question for you both. I want to be popular on Instagram. I don't know where to begin. Like, no topic. Any help on where to begin? I mean, that's like asking who you are as a person. You know, it's like, we can all talk about whatever, but you want to talk about what you're passionate about. No one can tell you what you're passionate about. You have to create what makes you happy.
You know what you should do? You should take time to discover what your personal brand is. And if you need help doing that, there's an episode of Sharespark TV in which we discuss that and run through an exercise that will help you discover your personal brand, which literally is like discovering who you are, so you know what it is that you're sending out into the world.
And what you create, yeah.
And what you create.
So if you go to facebook.com/Sharespark Media, go like 2 episodes ago, we run through a whole exercise that you could do after watching that that'll help you answer that question. There you go. Let's see. Jermaine, buy Bitcoin. I made 35% this month.
I don't know. I would like to make money.
Bitcoin is good. Bitcoin is good. Jermaine's really good about like investing.
Jermaine is like, I've not met Jermaine, but like from what you've told me, from what I've watched on his channel, he's super savvy.
Oh, are you kidding?
When you're talking about renting a car to do Uber, just to like
Jermaine is like, seriously, Jermaine, I am so impressed. I don't think you like give yourself enough credit for not only that you've been able to do what you're doing, but like to your degree. Like you're investing in stocks now, and you do all the sharing economy things. You figure out YouTube. Like it's so crazy. Like he got spotted at VidCon every day.
Oh yeah, I would bet. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like fans were like, "Oh my god, I was just watching you."
It's pretty cool.
So crazy. Jermaine, go buy your tickets for VidCon, dude.
I was gonna mention Heather wouldn't let me ride the cool wheel.
Well, yeah. Okay, so there we are. 2K on YouTube. All right, so we should react to something.
Okay.
So we're gonna react to something. What do you think we should react to?
Well, I mean,
Let's do that song really quick.
Tryouts? Or the dark song?
The dark song.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious.
Okay.
Okay. Here, should I play it on my phone?
Yeah. What was it called?
Oh, Asaro subscribed to us.
Oh, cool.
Sharespark.
Yay.
Yay.
There's going to be a lot of cool Sharespark stuff coming out.
Yep.
And happening soon.
So stay tuned. What was it?
I'm looking.
What was that song?
I think it was after this.
It was Gray, wasn't it?
You should play Immortal Technique Dance with the Devil.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna.
It's 10 years old. This song is 10 years old. Okay, here we go. Oh, this song. I know how to play this on the piano. I feel like there's gonna be a crazy mix here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million, being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He
Like
used to
pre-Hamilton,
fuck movie stars and
Hamilton.
sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young
Okay, wait,
mind
hold
at
on.
the age of 13.
I need to stop it because I don't want to get demonetized.
Oh yeah, you're true.
Yeah.
You're true.
You're true.
You're true.
So I actually can't do that react. We can't do that react. But I like the beat. I have a feeling this is gonna be like Stan.
Oh yeah, there's that. I was looking more for the style of like thinking of what was trendy in 2007 and like trying to like.
See,
pick
oh,
those
that's
things
another
out.
thing about Tom that is like so crazy is that he has this incredible memory. Like you could literally ask him what he was doing on January 20th, 1997.
Well, January 20th, 1997 wasn't an inauguration day. 97, January 20th. I don't remember the specific day, but I know I was in the 5th grade at Yucca Valley Elementary School. I had waited for the year 1997 to roll around for a long time. I'm sorry, my feet are hot and the table's cold. I keep touching it.
Babe, God.
My feet are hot, my whole body gets hot. I just can't deal with it.
I got socks.
Oh, anyway, that was like a dud date. I thought I would be able to pull something out, but
Okay, what were you doing on December 31st, 2003?
that's an easy one because that's
I have no idea.
a New Year's Eve. Like that's a holiday. I was with my high school girlfriend, and we were just at her house.
No. I have no idea.
I mean, yeah. So.
April 10th, 1992.
Well, 82 is in like the 1st grade. I would have no idea on that one. This is not proving my memory very well.
It's not.
I can
but
tell you what I
it's-
was doing. I can tell you what I was doing on November 18th. It's just now 12:01, so happy anniversary.
Aww.
And you know what is kind of crazy?
What?
This is our anniversary, and we're doing a live stream. I can tell you what I was doing on November 18th of 1998, which was I was at the Walmart in Yucca Valley where I was buying my first brand new video camera, which was an RCA VHS camcorder, and the instruction manual for the camera in the box when it was explaining how to set the date, the sample date, November 18th, 1998, sorry. It was, just by coincidence, the date that was printed in the manual was the date I bought the camera, which was this date.
November 18th?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. See what I mean?
I don't know. There's always a lot that happens on the 18th, 17th, 19th of months. I don't know why. For me.
I don't remember things, so I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to draw that trend. Yes, I can tell you something else that happens every month, but that I know for sure. Shoot. All right. Let's see.
We ended
Katie,
it.
Heather, you have a bruise on your forehead. What happened? This is not a bruise.
You
This
were
is
just
a
birthed.
birthmark. And it's crazy because obviously I've had this since birth. People have pointed it out to me several times, but because I have seen that on my face since birth, I forget it's there. Like, I feel like it's just like my nose. It's just like part of my face. But people will point it out and be like, "Oh, look, you burned yourself curling your hair or something." And I'm like, "No, it's just a birthmark that's right there." I also have one right. Oh, right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a third nipple, but anyway. Yeah, it's like Stan for sure. Gray says it's like Stan for sure. See?
Okay.
So it's a really good story. God, I remember Stan. Stan is so great.
Super deep visualized rap.
Yeah. You guys should listen to Ben Howard. He's lit AF. Who's Ben Howard?
We learned now we have to listen to this stuff off the stream because...
Yeah, because we don't want to get demonetized. But, okay, because we originally... The whole point of this video was to react to the first time that we met. We're going to watch that vlog, and we're going to watch it with you guys. So, there we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Can you just switch it to the thing?
Yes, I have to switch this from the butt to the circle.
Okay. Here we go.
It's like a tough knob to switch. Okay.
So I'm going to shrink us.
No!
And then...
I'm not being rude. I'm checking the audio, just so you guys know. Okay.
Here, listen for the video. Okay, of course it's like not there. So what am I looking at? This is a picture of...
Okay. Oh, I should probably let it play, huh? Sorry, guys. I think it's gonna work.
So what am I looking at?
Perfect.
Okay, ready?
Gosh, this microphone is magic. I love this mic.
Casey.
Eating something, standing right on that thing in front of the 7-Eleven.
We're on the screen, right?
It's
Well,
in
we have to
something.
reenact this right now.
I know where he was standing.
Really quick.
Can I pause this real quick? Is this how we do a react thing? Yeah, we are on the screen. Okay, so
Let me make me bigger. Me bigger. Let's make us bigger.
just you.
Just me.
So this I mentioned earlier when we watched this, there was going to be something I wanted to point out, which is one of the things I love about you, and this is very much one of those things. Let me turn this volume down. I just want to see what we're doing. This is very much one of those things because we were driving out. This was the day that we met.
This is the day we met.
And we were going out to dinner, which I was so excited that you actually wanted to have dinner, even though I know it was like the most painful dinner of your life. And we need to go back to that restaurant because you did not get the actual effect of it, because we'll get to that.
Okay.
But anyway, as we were doing that, I was like, oh, one of the things that brought us together was the boosted board. Obviously, we can't think of boosted boards without thinking of Casey Neistat, who is a major influence
On
both of us in many ways. And he had been in Palm Springs earlier this year, so several months before, and he had filmed the quick thing at this 7-Eleven because his hotel was across the street. So he goes to 7-Eleven and gets like a snack or whatever. And I brought up a freeze frame from that, and he went there, and I couldn't remember exactly where the 7-Eleven was, so we drove around for a while, and I was like, I want to show you something cool.
And he didn't tell me what it was.
And it took a little longer, and I was like, it's really cool, I promise. And it was like, it kept taking longer, and it was at the point, it was becoming like Star Wars Episode 1, where I was building it up so much, I was like, there's no way it's going to live up to the hype, and it's going to be a massive disappointment. And then we get there.
I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, you know where we're going. I pull into a 7-Eleven parking lot, and then I just show you a picture on my phone of Casey, and I explain, like, that was right here. And I was so worried that you were going to be like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. And you're just going to be like, what a waste of my time.
But this is my reaction instead. So
Yes.
we'll rewind.
This was her reaction, which immediately was one of the reasons I knew she was very special.
Oh.
All right. So what am I looking at? This is a picture of
Casey.
Casey.
Eating something, standing right on that thing in front of the 7-Eleven.
Oh my god.
It's
Well,
in
we have to
something.
reenact this right now.
That was it. That was your reaction. Instead of something done, your reaction was, we have to reenact this. Right now.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing, and that's what you do every time I have these dumb ideas. You're like, yeah, let's do it even more. Like, let's take it up a notch. And I love that so much about you.
I love you.
I love you. Okay, let's get through.
Really,
I know where you would stand.
really.
Ruh-roh. Okay.
We have to send it to him. Let's tweet it to him.
I love your editing style, by the way.
Thank you. Oh my god, look
There's
at
us.
Tom. He's so,
So
young.
young. It's so great. Now here's your journey. It's just so, it's, there's the dogs. Look how groomed they were.
Yeah, there's me in pain.
Falling on the boosted board. Is this too loud? Can you hear us both?
I don't know.
That should probably be a little lower.
Okay.
Sorry guys, if you couldn't hear that, we're making it work over here.
Alright, I'm gonna start the vlog here. I am at Morongo. Super random. I'm here because I need to use the bathroom. Let me go do that. So, I didn't just drive all the way over here to go to Morongo. I'm actually on my way to Indio. If you haven't heard of Indio, they host Coachella Music Festival. I am going to Indio High School.
Yeah.
One of the
going
teachers
to
there, his
Indio
name
High
is Tom
School.
Buck, basically discovered my
I totally
blog,
like
and
that.
he's a really cool program that he built basically from scratch over at Indio High School, and I was like, I have to go over there.
Okay, can I just say real quick that I had no idea I was on the way to go meet the love of my life?
That's what
Like, I
I was.
have no idea what's going on right now.
And I, at this point in time, I remember you had texted me, you're like, I'm at Morongo, and I was like, okay, cool. I was super excited that you were there, but I was so excited because I knew I was going to have someone who understood what I was doing, and I never have that. But I had no idea who was on her way to meet me. Like, if I had woken up, we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
If either of us had woken up that morning knowing that the person we were going to meet would profoundly affect the course of our lives, I would have felt so differently waking up that morning. Even more so the day that I woke up and decided to just leave a little comment on a YouTube channel. Like, if I had woken up that morning knowing today you're going to do the simplest action that is going to,
Like, lead to
I mean, that's like,
this
that's,
couch moment.
that's the, I mean, we were talking about, you know, being 20 years old and whatever, waiting and being lonely. If I knew that I woke up today,
Yeah,
this
same
is
here.
the day that all of that stuff has been leading up to. I mean, there's no way I would have slept the night before.
I know.
Yeah, and so at this point, I remember specifically I was sitting at my desk in my classroom, just like trying to get everything clean. I was shockingly not nervous because, I mean, I don't know, I just wasn't nervous. Because there was
no
what was there to be nervous
expectation,
about? Yeah, I get nervous about everything.
Perfectly aligned with Sharespark Media. I'm excited to show you guys that, but that's what I'm doing today. But I've been in the car for like 2 hours and I had a coffee, so I need to go to the bathroom.
This is the toilet thing. I love this. Such a good idea. Do you know how many of those little like Sani things, like, just if I ever have to use those, I go through like 4 of them before I get the mistake.
Toilet paper covers? Toilet seat covers?
Yeah.
You know they don't have them in Europe, right?
Yeah,
It's not a thing in Europe.
Yeah. You just have to put the toilet paper on. I just put my butt on a European butt. Sorry.
I still have 45 minutes, I think, until I get there. So, time to haul it. Here we go.
Indio
There
High
it is.
School.
There's my
his
car.
car.
It's 110
so
degrees.
Look at my hair. I miss it.
Hot. It's hot.
Tom's gonna dye my hair on Monday. We're live streaming it. Tune in.
Set your expectations low.
He's an artist.
Yeah, I'm not a hairstylist. Though.
Home of the Rajas. Home of the Rajas.
I had no idea. Like, I can't even believe this.
Is that Tom?
This is us literally meeting for the first time.
That was the first time we'd ever actually seen each other.
Here's
There
the
it
hug.
is.
Hi.
Boom, hover hug.
hug.
Let me see something here. There we go.
There he is.
So that was after we had met for
Look at his shirt. Look at his shirt.
the first time.
How do you feel?
It was so bizarre. Like, I mean, that wasn't bizarre, but it's bizarre.
Looking back.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
How do you feel?
Ah. It feels like so long ago.
Yeah, oh my god. I mean, because this is also before the school year had started. Like,
Yeah, so much has happened.
so much less gray hair.
Oh man.
Oh,
I just can't believe how much we didn't know.
yeah.
That's fun. to
That
see.
is fun.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to meet you. I also talked to you before, so
Okay, good.
I figured, we can get a ride in and stuff.
Good.
I was really disappointed
Look how
in the
pretty
length
this
of that
campus
hug. Or
is.
should I say, how quick it was.
About 2,000.
I'm sorry,
And then,
I'm a gentleman.
The high school I went to, all girls school, my graduating class had
Just know I'm not out there hugging
Oh.
strange girls.
So I campuses like this is like college.
So first,
The bugs.
please don't let me steamroll you.
What does that mean?
Just like going on and
Oh.
on.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
good to
'cause
be
I thought that was
overload right
like
now
a-
just because this
a
is like the
euphemism.
person I've been waiting to meet for the past year and a half.
Okay.
We're gonna see how much we're gonna include because I feel like we're gonna go on for hours.
But see, okay, right here, I already I knew that, what you were thinking before I got there was that we were gonna connect so well. I just was so excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, we'd had a phone conversation,
Yeah,
or maybe a couple of phone conversations.
yeah. Before us actually meeting in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had to, he was inviting me to stay at his house because I was looking for Airbnbs.
Okay. That sounds presumptuous. No, what it was I said if you come, because I was asking you when you come out here, are you going to want to stay or are you going to want to, do the drive out back? Because that's, 4 to 6 hours of driving at least in a day. And if you're rush hour, that's a lot of driving. And I was like, you want to stay out here? I felt guilty. And so I was like, I'll split the cost of a hotel with you.
Yes.
And then I told you about Hotel Tonight and stuff. And then you were saying to do an Airbnb, and that's where I was like, okay, I have a 4-bedroom house that I live by myself in with a fully furnished guest room that's very much on the opposite corner, very private.
With its own bathroom.
With its own bathroom, very kosher.
It's literally on the other side of the house.
As far away from my bedroom as you could possibly get. And
I remember the email.
yeah, but I was debating so hard about whether or not to send that. But I was like, if you're looking for Airbnbs in India, please just don't. Just stay here, for your own good. And I figured we would be talking a lot anyway, so it was why pay for a place that you're gonna go? And so I was like, here's an idea. If you want to stay here, you can. I promise it's legit. If not, here's multiple other suggestions.
Yeah, you didn't make it this is the only place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
Yes.
to be clear. And that, I mean,
I eventually, I stayed here, and yeah, it was great.
yeah, it was kosher, no funny business.
No funny business at all. Seriously.
Those are cicadas. Those are the bugs that tell you it's hot outside. This is
Oh, those are bugs.
We'll start here. This is the back door. It's a little messy. Well, not really.
Oh my gosh, I'm already gonna cry.
They're yelling at Katie for.
Okay, we're gonna start.
Oh, this is the first time you walked into my classroom.
It's not going to go in any order, so you have to edit it however you want.
Yeah, this is, you guys. Okay, even aside from us reacting to this vlog, if you've never seen this vlog, this is Tom's classroom, and this is why I love this man. Okay, because of what he does. He built this entire thing. He wrote this curriculum, 4-year curriculum, for 250 students. There's no other program in the entire country like it. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, who scored here? Okay. That's my babe. That's my babe right here. Alright, check this out. Check out how cool this is.
Yeah.
These are all 70Ds. We have a couple more that aren't open. These are all 5Ds and 60Ds.
I like good. Here you go. Oh my God.
because I was like, I
the
do love to use
T5s.
my money.
Yeah.
Super cool lenses. I have some cheaper lenses that like kind of get broken in primes. Nicer like L series lenses, and then like specifically like cinema lenses. Super fun.
God, you look so
Lots
dumb.
of audio.
I was very young.
This was 3 months ago, exactly.
Is there like a, I don't know, how to handle DSLR training?
Yeah,
or...
I'm super picky. I can show you the syllabus I have, but it literally, when I sign it, it has the price value of everything.
Okay.
And then every time I hand them something, I'm like, here's this is $300, this
Okay.
is $2. Like,
I do guilt trip them a lot.
Ninth graders, they use their phones.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But by the time they're a senior, if I trust them and know them, then they can have a 5D and an L lens and a bunch of cool mics, and they'll walk out with like $10,000
Yeah.
worth of equipment for the weekend.
There's so many kids right now for Thanksgiving break that I wasn't gonna check out anything, and I checked out so much stuff.
Your pride
Ooh.
and joy.
It sounds dumb, but it's
Wait a minute. We had. It's important to point out too. We didn't come saying like, "Hey, I want to start this show," and like it'd be really cool.
Oh, we had no idea.
No.
We had no idea we were gonna do anything together.
Yeah, Sharespark TV was not a thing. Your plan was to come out, check out what I had, and you had
Meet
asked.
you, say hi.
You had asked if you could like live stream from.
At some point.
At some point, and that was it.
Yeah.
And little did we know, upon walking, little did we know.
more proud of than almost anything I've ever done in my whole life.
Oh, I think I'm gonna cry because I saw pictures of this.
So this was an empty room.
I want to see this playing. So if you don't know what this is, if this doesn't look familiar to you, this is Tom's studio set for his class, for his students that they use, but it also became the studio set that we use for Sharespark TV.
Because I built it.
He built
I do
it.
want to. I don't want to brag, but it's.
He built it hardcore, like one. Like
That was my whole
everything
summer
from
break.
scratch, yeah.
So like.
Like you put the floor in.
I did put the floor.
Put the floor in. He put the floor in. Like not
And
only
paid for it,
Not
by the way.
only is he just like amazing, but he's like handy. I love that.
The
He like
hands.
builds the. Oh. We will. Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's just real quick intermission since we're halfway through. Okay, there are a couple things that I really like that I'm attracted to on guys. My favorite thing, probably my favorite thing are hands. It's weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's also the back of the neck, and then I don't know what this is
The
called.
Achilles tendon.
The Achilles tendon, like on the
That
back
one
of your
is very
ankle or
strange.
something. And then I love how it like goes into like the shoe. I love that. I don't know. So check on that for Tom. Check the back of the neck for Tom. Literally the most perfect pair of hands I've ever seen in my life are on Tom. And I remember being very disappointed about that because I thought that we could not be a thing. Because like a month and a half ago, it was starting to get really hard for me to suppress my feelings for him because I thought that he did not want to be more than platonic. So I was trying really hard to deny how I was feeling. And I was like, oh my God, of course, the most perfect pair of hands I've ever seen are on the guy that I can't fall for. But now...
But the other
Yeah.
thing too, which is, which is a bizarre thing, but kids are awful. I don't mean my kids, but like when you're a kid, since the 4th grade, I've been made fun of for my hands because people are like, they're really like old man hands, like blah blah blah. And, like it's been a thing, and it happened again in college, like that. It's been like a point of, to the point where in my YouTube videos on my channel, if I was doing like a technical thing or like a review of some kind where I was literally thinking like, do I want to show hands? 'Cause I
Are
don't
you
wanna deal with that.
serious?
Yeah, and then you show up and you're like, that's one of my favorite things. Like,
You have the most perfect pair of hands.
you just showed up and you're like, this thing that you've been self-conscious about, I love it. And you've done that in 1,000 different ways where it just flipped my whole worldview on itself.
Yeah, like your forehead.
Oh, like forehead wrinkles, yeah.
My favorite. My favorite. Die. Sorry, I can go on and on. I'm very attracted to this man right here. Even though he described me to his friends as I was...
Aggressively unattracted to me. Yeah.
Very wrong.
It
All right,
hurt.
let's continue.
I like being wrong about
Are
that.
you kidding me? This is incredible. Like, I cannot even believe this. I'm so, oh my god, I can't. I'm like so at a loss for words. This is amazing. Did you build this?
Well, I will say the story. Short answer, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And you were like one of the first people to see it too, because I had locked it all up and
If
hidden
there
it
was
away,
anything
and
that would inspire
nobody
kids,
like came to check it out really.
like, how do you not want to be a part of this?
That's the whole point.
Oh my gosh.
And this room is also now soundproof.
Yeah, I can tell.
Every camera has a teleprompter on it.
Oh my god.
It is a freaking impressive studio.
Also, really quick, I think Tom might say this in the video, but he has a broadcast class that does a daily broadcast every single school day live.
Yeah, 182 broadcasts a year.
Yes, every single day. They live stream on YouTube. So if you want to go watch it, check it out. It's just on their Indio High School YouTube. But it's just so cool that it's completely student run. Tom just makes sure that everything's like...
Yeah, literally, I've been at a conference for the last 3 days, so I haven't been in class for the last 3 days, and each of the 3 days, one of the main, tech kids, he'll just send me a text and go, how was it? And then if I didn't get to watch it live, I'll go back and watch it and give them feedback. But they did great, and that went from everything that I was doing in this video, turning on everything and setting it all up. They do. I don't...
Yeah.
From now, I don't touch the studio unless something is horribly wrong. They run it all entirely every day, and it's like...
And that experience is so... talk about the advantage that those students are going to be. I mean, this is why... take the love aside and the relationship, this is why I admire you. And this is why I came to visit you in the first place. I truly have such a respect for what you're doing. I love you.
I love you too.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. What?
I was saying I have a lot of respect for what you're doing too, because it's
Well...
the coolest. I was laughing at the lyrics.
Oh, I didn't hear them.
Let's get it on.
Oh.
Look at that cable management. Slick.
Okay, so update. It's
I had to rephrase my words here.
and Tom and I just have been going nonstop about.
Because I was about to say
It's
going
so
at it.
cool to find
But we were literally just talking about digital media.
all of this.
There's nothing
recognizing it to a
not
degree
G-rated,
that
like,
I am.
everything
is
All this
very
digital media stuff
above
is still
board.
evolving, and there's
Well,
just
'cause I
still
thought-
so much that needs to be talked
Right.
about.
We
but
thought I was
it's just
gay
so
for a
great to
while.
be
I thought he was gay when I first met him. I'm not gonna lie. Because he's a rainbow watch. You guys see that?
About to go
Yeah,
live
I
right
like
now
equality.
with Tom. I think we're just gonna do this for half an hour.
Where's my
just so we
drink?
can- I just want him to be on the channel talking about this. And,
You just want him to be on the channel talking about
I know, I'm
this.
sure
That's
we're
all
gonna
you
continue
want.
the conversation over
You know what I
dinner.
mean,
So
babe.
here we
No,
go.
I meant that was the original goal.
Oh, yeah.
I've never met him. He's just a maniac.
The morning after.
How you doing, baby?
I ended up adopting those dogs.
Yeah, one of them was look at his tongue.
And look at the
I'm gonna take a picture of this
Good
real
morning,
quick. I'm
good
sorry.
morning, y'all. It's like almost
I just need to
night.
pause this because the dog is asleep and his tongue is just falling out of his mouth. Here, if you can't see it, I'll show you as best I can. This is the situation over there. I hope you can see it. It's hilarious.
I am here at Tom's house. We're waking up, and we're gonna go grab breakfast. We're actually gonna skate somewhere to grab breakfast. That's gonna be really fun. Check out Ben and Ollie. Very excited.
Because
We were thinking,
Oh.
Tom and I were talking about
Sorry.
we've been talking for hours. It's 10 hours yesterday, and we were talking about what the takeaway is, and what to do about it, how to move forward. What is the key takeaway?
Wait. We're talking about the takeaway of what we got out of meeting each other.
Oh my god.
Let's hear what we said. This is the takeaway.
Yeah, so the key takeaway for me was that I now understand
What love is, and I love you, and I want to be with you, and just let's just drag it out for several months before professing our love to each other.
Oh my god.
It's crazy, and I was so worried that you were gonna feel that you had wasted your time. It's been a big old drive. You're coming out when you compare the locations of
Did
Long
you
Beach.
like me?
What do you mean? Did I like you?
Yeah.
Yes, but I completely just threw that out. No, I wasn't gonna let myself admit that I did.
Right.
Which is
So
how you had felt
yeah.
too, but you let yourself admit it before I let myself admit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This doesn't mean I still wasn't sneaking peeks and checking you out a lot. I only got caught once.
I'm doing with students in a much better way, like an effective way. And if someone were to come to me and say, we're going to cut your program unless you can defend it in like 30 seconds, I could defend it and make it understood that it's as critical as reading and writing. The flip side, though, on your end is where it gets a little like murkier.
Yes, yeah, because I mean, I got
murky.
a lot of data, and I'm so happy
A lot of
that
data.
this is being done. But it's also like, you know, this is one school, this is like one set of kids. There's so many other kids that have no idea what's going on, or they don't have access to this. And then of course it's like,
One thing I do have to say was that I was very intimidated by you.
Intimidated? You think you mean intimidated? Okay, anyway.
Intimidated.
Why?
Because I don't know anyone who is as well positioned in life as you are.
No.
I'm not even kidding. I mean, like, some of them. Okay, I take that back. I like Mark and James. They have a house, you know, and they're getting married and stuff like that. Like, I have a few friends like that, but a lot of them, you know, we're all still in apartments, just figuring it out. But you're so grounded. Like, you had this goal. You had goals and you, like, hit them.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what I'm doing. You know, I'm chilling like a villain. Like, and so I just was like, he has a house where I could just stay here. Like, if you had to come, you would sleep on this tiny little couch.
No, I know. Not anymore, but yeah.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
no one cares about another generation that feels like they already have an idea of digital media, but doesn't.
Right.
So, yeah.
So we kind of thought of using my
We're sitting on the couch that's right behind us.
test subject / advisory.
Seriously.
Just because you have, yeah, which was cool.
I'm inviting
So
you to be
Tom
on our advisory
suggested, like,
council.
what if we asked them, like, what do you think Sharespark Media should look like?
Which you
Or
still
how
are.
do you think that we should, I don't know, communicate that
Because we need
to
your input.
a different generation?
Yeah, just like we don't know the answer, so just ask them. Just
Yeah.
lay out the problem and see what they'll probably bring interesting.
Oh man, that's funny too, because
I
students
think it would
love
be
you
so
so
interesting to hear
much.
what they have to say because they were born into a world with internet. So like maybe they don't even think like a certain way, you know, or they, you know, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
most of them were born after 9/11.
Oh my gosh! That's
Of course,
so
that's
crazy.
how I'm gonna
Read
measure it.
Freaking history books. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, to them 9/11 is what World War II was.
Yeah.
to us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So
It's a crazy different perspective.
yeah, we brought up so
What do
many
you think, dude?
questions, and I just want to. I feel like more motivated to talk about it. Just to. It's not necessarily that we all have to do something about it, but I like how it's like, well, that's the question.
It's kind of keeping a dialogue going.
Yes.
That's and
It's
through
keep the
that,
dialogue
maybe
going.
answers will become evident.
Yeah.
Because there's answers, because there's a problem, but
I think we just need to let's acknowledge, let's recognize first is what needs to happen. And,
Yeah.
How to make money off of that? I have no idea. No idea.
I listened to that so many times because I love your laugh.
Oh my laugh.
It is like one of my favorite sounds. And like that's a hearty Tom laugh. It's rare to get those, you know.
Well, it was funny. It's the way you man. Because you say you're not funny, but you can come in with just
But I didn't mean for that to be funny. It's like a
just go with it.
legitimate
Just
question.
go with it.
I know.
Oh, that's fine. There were those boards. One of which led to quite the accident.
Oh, right here.
As we were rolling. I remember the sound. It just. I was like, there's no way she fell. Then you just
Oh my god, I so aged it.
starfished out on those.
Oh, that looks so good.
Your roads are so fine. It's like
They're so wide and so straight, it's almost boring to ride on them.
Vlog this, but I totally just fell. I was riding Tom's.
This is when you fell. Do we want to talk about how you were trying to play it off like it didn't hurt when you were in hideous pain?
I wasn't playing it off.
You're like, no, I'm fine. It's cool. I'll be okay.
Look, I wasn't playing it off, but if I had fallen, now that we're together, I would have just...
If this happened today...
Yeah, like, it wasn't playing it off. I just would have not held it in.
There would have been tears.
Oh...
No?
Maybe. It just stung.
It was brutal and it hurt for like weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to sleep with an ice pack.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been a wimp or anything. That's why I was like, okay. And it's also, it was 100 and something degrees. Like,
my skin melted.
Yeah, like, it
Straight
wasn't
up.
just the regular asphalt burn.
I still have the scar.
Scar that love built or caused. I don't know, I'm tired.
Penny for me.
I feel bad because you're so like clean with everything, and I totally ruined your remote.
Oh, you talk about ruining my remote because when you fell, you just went.
I landed on the remote.
And on the remote, and it was like it was basically brand new, and the whole front got all scratched up. Can I tell you?
Bad.
No, how much like, and as someone who's very like anal about his stuff,
He's so clean and particular with stuff. Like, everything is at perfect straight edges and angles, and like everything is super clean in his house, and just like I remember coming to the guest room and I'm like, oh my god, like even the way that the sheet is folded on the bed, and just like how this thing on the side table is like perfectly in the center. I was just like, dude, this guy is so. And then he just got the boosted board and I ruined his remote and scratched it all up.
and every time I use that remote afterwards, I 100% just thought of you and it reminded me of you, and I love the character that remote has because of you.
Oh, that's so cute. There it is. God. Oh, it hurts so bad.
I'm icing my situation.
I just kept giving you medicine and things.
It's painful, I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't break anything. And there's that.
So hard for
I
me
don't know
not
what
to look at your
happened
legs
here. Like, I
when
want to
you
know
were
how
like
this happened on two legs.
doing this stuff. Because I felt very not okay.
Okay, yeah, it's recording.
Look at all
It's
that
just
stuff
so
I
much
provided.
stuff to interact. Like, there's a whole thing happening.
It hurts so bad. I'm just like, there's a bubble here. It's like a blister. It's not gonna work. This is what I was like.
I don't know, but this is looking gnarly though.
This is gnarly, and there's like a
That's
this like
painful.
stings.
God, it just hurts so bad.
I really hate it.
You really did.
Baby.
It's never changed.
Oh, it's
Fatter now?
That's
No,
why I
they're-
grow.
It's like a tick. I don't know.
Bye, Tom.
And that's it.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome. It's been great, and I will be back soon, and I'm just so excited for everything
Yeah.
we can do.
I'm gonna
You
move
heard it
in.
first.
Got stuff in the car. Just gonna unload this right now.
After I heal.
Oh boy. Well, there it was in
There it
all
is.
its glory.
There it is. So anyways, guys,
How fun.
here we are.
I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, we're tired. And we got stuff to do tomorrow. That was fun though. Thanks for tuning in. Do we catch up with the comments? Katie, the relationship is like Jim and Pam from The Office.
You need to watch the friggin' Office.
I know, I can't though. It's shaky. Hey, since all you guys are asking Katie for her Instagram, go check out my Instagram. It's HeatherJustCreate. He's also on Instagram at SoDarnTom.
Yep.
Zara says, Tom is such a good guy. That's my babe. Mwah, that's my babe. Optimist Jock. With all that equipment, you could create your own movie.
That is the goal. And the goal is to get that equipment into the hands of responsible students as much as possible.
Bovek, I knew I wasn't the only one who thought this was going to be official. Bovek, I think the only people in the entire universe who thought that it wasn't going to be official was us two.
Especially me.
It's official. Real official. Officially official. All right, guys.
Oh, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. This was fun Friday night.
We did a lot. Now it's Saturday morning.
12:38. I know. So we're gonna be at the Lights Fest tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. Sunday we're gonna decorate for Christmas.
Heck yeah, we're late. It's already mid-November and there's not the decorations out.
So we're gonna do that. Monday, Tom's gonna dye my hair. Do you have any content coming up?
Do I have any content coming up? Yeah, but I don't know what's going to be. Probably some more live streams, some fun, dorky videos, lights video. It's going to be fun stuff. I'm trying to pump out as much interesting, fun things as I can put on my channel. Because it's so much fun.
Yeah, fun. Alright, guys. Catch you guys later. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And we'll see ya. Bye.